Yet was remember my best issues. Nafi, Brother Echo ye pa. Young Ballon d'Or Mukakra, Nafi, your father issues no Emeka home. Midfield action, Kessben Television, Kessben 3.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra, Nafi Muamu monitor program no DSTV. Channel 364 on Sabekan Live. Sanso and a channel 121 on Sabekan Go TV. 92.9 Accra Nimpote Mujina Kessben TV Plus also on Sabekan. Michael Abebio message and I don't know NTA UK. I say, isn't it interesting to see the next generation in 20 years' time arguing that Dembele was a better player than Neymar, Iniesta, Mbappe, and some other top players because Ousmane Dembele won a Ballon d'Or and these players never won. Football stats like goals and assists, okay, is gradually taking away the shine in football. Some players are just a delight to watch, but they didn't really get the numbers on goals and assists. Examples are Iniesta, Pedri, Xavi, Lamine Yamal, etc. Okay, there are no stats on Kukudazi, but he's better than all the Black Stars defenders who have played at the World Cup. Abebio Michael, anyway, free UK, and so Abre.
You see, it's a very interesting statement.
Okay.
Part of him, I agree, others I don't.
Okay.
How we bet my convince in Chirima say Neymar nje Ballon d'Or no if eno ne de ma player onim ball no bopa na bobo ni pa sa finim na abrante friend Neymar wanje bida nemum abrante ni din ede Dembele ajibipen inti Dembele was a better player than Neymar. It's difficult to convince anybody. What I say, it's just like say JJ Okocha never won the African best.
Yeah.
But Victor Ikpeba, Victor Ikpeba won African best someday somehow. Even Osimhen, they don't come anywhere.
Every team now a Black Stars no more those days. A man qualify and go World Cup.
Yes.
Every team the Black Stars call World Cup.
Yes.
The team who say Omo Ghana call World Cup no. Now Omo you better say sa place na bobu dia ba so meant man call World Cup that one.
The catcher was say Idi Ansa.
Yeah.
Akwesi Apia. Frimpong Manson, Emmanuel Ama Senegal, Emmanuel Ampia.
The first Senegal 92 squad.
And one of me, Anthony Bafumo, Stanley Abora, Ali Ibrahim, Abedi Ayupele, Anthony Eboa, Prince Pauli, Safu Jamfi, Ni Odate Lamti, Nida Kwankra, Isaac Asari. All these guys could not take us to the World Cup. But Ukofa the last World Cup squad here. But so you have dynamics in maybe in 1992 thereabout. How many African teams and a never chance to the World Cup? The slots in there saying I think 2 or so. 2. I drew level of there. Ababe drew 5. I feel crowd there. I drew 9. Until I easy.
And possibly 10.
Possibly 10.
Yes.
Possibly 10. Out of 54 countries. But imagine those days, about 52 countries, we need just 2. Just one slip, you're out. But around that time, we were also about the best on the continent. Utuminya, a African Best Footballer of the Year award. First person, you Ghana, ni Abedi Pele. Second person, you Ghana, ni Anthony Eboa. And so we're not getting there. Back to the substantive issue, Dembele being awarded the Ballon d'Or. You see, a baby I can be what's na kaime na bomb kokuntimenyemu. A drew baby sanity. Obi betime the first. I will do my secondary school. The being say. Obu are the beyond the first or born him. And so didn't do my secondary school be obey 30th. So, sometimes error name crowd on your competing and Neymar was extremely unlucky to have emerged in the days of Messi and Ronaldo.
Besides that, Franco, Maintain so because Jean-Pierre Papin is a better footballer than even Cantona.
Of course.
But he won the Ballon d'Or.
Papin won it.
And you, Michael Owen.
But Papin no deal.
Yeah.
Because
a better footballer.
Better footballer.
Cantona was far better.
Yes. Maintain so because Michael Owen. Even Rooney. Even Alan Shearer.
Rooney was even a better player.
Until I make us say, she Owen, she Ruud van Nistelrooy, she Rooney, she Alan Shearer, she Thierry Henry. Mintis will be because Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or. He's a better footballer than Thierry Henry.
No way.
As you said, the dynamics keep changing, and it depends on how you explain it. Until the fact that yes. Again, there are a lot of players. You hear Totti, you hear Del Piero, because of the era of mobile. Even Raul Blanco Gonzalez, Raul ball at that time. Players are Raul Beto Munintino. Obia and Kai Raul Bio.
El Phenomenal moment.
No, the guy was huge.
Ronaldo Nazário Modin.
The technical quality and no more exhibiting at that time. And then your players be bromo ball echema. Sene Rivaldo. She be Rivaldo. She Figo. Se era we na Rivaldo ni Figo mo wa so kombe dominate omo era.
Figo would have dominated.
Omo be dominate omo era. Enti eno there, I don't think you winning the Ballon d'Or shows you are a better footballer than Obi a one winner. People can argue academically, but overall, I would disagree. Say, Obi the Ballon d'Or ne Neymar Nibi, it is a better footballer than him.
Of course,
I would disagree.
We are not the free honor. Yes, statistics could be deceptive, and I say the stars are saying football. Sometimes it's quite funny. The say Obi win a yard, they win a yard. You know, it can be Obi opinion. But you need to speak to data. We are in digital age where data speaks. In Tisawe, a striker, goals, assists. We attacker, goals, assists. I don't think the last two Ballon d'Or crano statistics here, Juma Bibri, or the same Rodri. What statistics Neymar Rodri win here? Ushem pa a near major determining factor. Ekosi saying, utim na ubo mu na dey no mo win here.
Influence awunya.
O club and no national team. A day no more winning here. Rodri basically won the Ballon d'Or because of his exploits with Man City and then with the Spanish national team. Spanish national team won the Euros. Man City won the Champions League around that time. So Rodri. Ushempa Dembele. Michitum say a can't list of Ballon d'Or winners for the past 20 years. He could be the least performer. Omwa Omaje Ballon d'Or. Yeah, be obi so third. Obobo papa sin Dembele di. But Dembele no, ye can ne omo ni omo. We are comparing him to the people he's playing with now and coming out with the best. We are not comparing him with those days when Neymar was on form. Etu ya hu hwenye yi. Afi omo mabobo ni nyina hwan na ya ade. Eno ne ye hwe. Na ye kaka omo options no mu consider no so omo de ballot no koma omo to abana ye catch omo wo hwe player no personal influence no wa hwe achievement within the teams wa hwe ni disciplinary record ni sa ne mani nyina. Dembele has conquered basically everything in France and in Europe after winning domestic treble or the Champions League, World Club Championship. No, his team played up to the final until they were annihilated by Chelsea. Enti udine to Lamine Yamal. Enti na ayemi dese the details in my, but then some Vincente Garcia, French magazine, director and there betu say obi kase na a close contest between Dembele and Lamine Yamal Odiagro.
There was no contest.
Sana
Neseba briefly.
Sana Neseba. I in particular have never means where say we are the Dembele. Looking at my criteria and in the no mayeno. Lamine Yamal has done so well, but all the two Dembele the no ane. I did the name no kakra. Rafinha baby ukudien.
Could defeat.
Onipia. So Onipia.
Rafinha fifth and Mbappe. Baby Mbappe could name kakra. But the end of
7 from
7.
Now goes over there.
Oh Mbappe. Andy, what any goes no? Then the boy.
On position and Gomra. On the deal at the about.
The deal.
Maybe Hurricane could die.
Hurricane, you'll be said to him at
Hurricane and Ellen Haaland probably score more goals than Mbappe, but Mbappe is all over the place. It's on the position there, no. On the issue of statistics, India the Franco among for reason concerned about statistics, and they say back then and then gradually, Sadian is saying. Messi and Ronaldo changed everything football to statistics. But Ronaldo beating yan in Musa. Yeah, Babe Pona no Kabakwa
tapping back me.
Yeah, Pona, yes, on the man of the match. Now, and the football now go to the level say, even if we are comparing defensive midfielder, we need to check the assists. We need to check the number of goals they've scored. But that is not football. Shemu Salah and over Salah baller about 85 minutes of Liverpool no Salah more. Only Musa. Bomb back up to the new one no cut to me Musa. That is not football in the previous years. It is the reason why people still say why Pedri is not adopted, because the influence in the game no any goals. But over so much influence, share the PSG team without Vintina. So much influence. And the influence game now, not necessarily getting the ball at the back of the net, not necessarily the final pass to the striker. And on Kwanema, she look at Modric will play the whole season and get you maybe 5 goals in 2 seasons. But on the field of play, those scoring himself without Modric, their team is just empty. Manchester United without Paul Scholes, and the goal Dwight York will get you the goals. But the Rangers how Rangers will influence the game without goals. Enti eno na na man 48 km hwese da bi ena ball ne ye ba obetimi aboball enti o de guys na o man sisi no bia picking him as his idol hweje man Muzela hwe Lami Yamal Desire Doué. When they are playing, they think about the football, excitement, entertainment, the joy of the people. At the end of it all, no, omutimi connected the attack, not necessarily assist or goals, but ball no omuma enjoy, say you are enjoying football. Eden Hazard utimsa ball na ohwe no utimsa won Chelsea kangu, and players boy had almost statistics ebeto wa hwe Thomas Muller statistics pa Kremula. So first Thomas Muller statistics, now when the ball the gap is huge. So sometimes statistics can be deceptive as well. Almost factually, all present said as a Franco can and we are in the data world. Into without providing the statistics. But you statistics are better than so I'm an ordinary player. Let me use Enzo Fernandez for example. Chelsea bon match Enzo Timini na Musa ya be pon we to cross back no obi ma match. Yes, Enzo is all over the place, but the role as a midfielder to conduct play no wa vacate sa role no am a Chelsea midfield na a week. It is the reason why again Bayern Munich coach is on Kobo number 10, and as I do one of the best deep line playmakers in the game. Kobo match also on free role no kope ba before you know statistics na be kata niema bebrebe so.
And we sure say nay na be sir. Opo bi anya abotre. Don't go through list of Ballon d'Or winners, even from the 1956 start here to date. How many times football no for free goalkeeper bepim number 6 omo na defensive duties no. How many times omo for no mu be arena? Even central midfielders strikers. Mostly it's the attackers.
But Franco, those attackers.
The reasons in Pempi, ball say Obisha Goa, your pursue jubility. Goalkeeper yes save with certain so we need time now so compare highlight near goals are yes when goalkeepers and defenders are at the mercy of attackers. And Team Pempi near attackers here of football no, it is well appreciated, and it's the reasons in Tia attackers give Ballon d'Or more. Archer say we Fabio Cannavaro, even Rodri, I am fan so goalkeeper squad there.
Goalkeeper
Levias. It is a Franco Metewase Basejo. Don't forward. No problem.
For football is to score.
No.
Adiès à Conduvo. Adiès à Conduvo.
Oh,
this is
30 seconds.
Okay.
San Crawford no mun go nko a. Franco. Luis Nazaro de Lima will not provide you only goals. Or far more. Some players na ebobom ni no. Ronaldo will not offer you goals alone. Or far more. Like never say will not offer you go alone. Or far more. On the field of play, Nedved will score. But at the end of it all, Bones and Nedved were you promise say. You know, almost decide the game and you go and go out. A fat ball, no. AC Milan Barcelona 2006 no. A fat ball and you pay 10
and the typical example Brazil and France 2006 World Cup.
Zidane boy.
Who's on share go?
Lionel Messi versus Manchester United in 2011. Omo decide the game go. But game na ye born omo one decide the game.
Okay, but we now agree say Ekoma Ousmane Dembele.
Oh, my candidate was Dembele.
Oh, okay.
My candidate was Dembele.
Okay.
Yes,
I think so for the first time.
Enjoy discussions about Emreniko.
For the first time in many years, I think so. My word with the Kakra.
Okay.
Because Donnarumma deserves one award.
I'm for Omo. Okay. Sir Franco, between 1990 and 2006, 17 Ballon d'Or were given out. Not a single one of them went to a Champions League winner. Based on this precedent, you naturally look at the best individual campaign, and that was Mohamed Salah. The Ballon d'Or is nothing more than a popularity contest. Musa Icardi, and so
you see, go kakra de atomi now me can say in recent times.
Yes.
The
club no was recent.
Recent times. O club no kra no a day no mu ye. When was in the last year was between 1996 to what? Na you mo hwe de o club na ankasa ye. Those times team bi o ha onye hwe but ne play an individual award. Can see a individual na ankasa ye. But almost we ye ne ko see say
Ronaldo won one of the Ballon d'Or.
Only once, 2005.
Yes. That year, he didn't even win the Champions League.
Yeah. Nedved win it 2003.
2005,
Juve final, lose to AC Milan in 2003. But Nedved was given the Ballon d'Or.
Na minna me ho emra sisia awa the headlines mbeba na medi dwaka krabi aba me ba na fi ye de aka nyina no abeto amoso